Welcome back for another episode. I'm Ian Group from Ian Builds Wealth, and today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of questions. I actually did a Q&A on Instagram, and I'm going to address 3 different questions that I got. These are questions about investing, budgeting, and the last one's actually on index funds. So let's jump right in. This is going to be a great episode. So the first question I got was actually, what are your favorite stocks that pay good dividends? Well, okay, let's talk about this. I'm actually not a huge fan of going out and trying to find the best stocks for dividends, the hot stocks. I would just rather spend my time working hard, making content with my family, going out for a run or something. So I don't want to spend my time not only looking for the best stocks, but also I don't want to spend my time really tracking these things. That's why I'm a really big fan of index funds, which basically allows me to buy the whole market as opposed to buying a small piece of the market. But I actually wanted to take a look at a high yield stock from the S&P 500. That's Vornado Realty Trust. That's a REIT. They own real estate. And that dividend actually pays 53 cents a quarter. So I did a little math. If you wanted to generate an extra $500 per month, because if you're looking for a dividend paying stock, what's the point? It sounds like you're looking for cash flow. So if you wanted to get an extra $500 per month, you would need around 1,000 shares. And right now, I'm going to include the chart above. You can see that as of today, October 12th, when I'm recording this, the cost per share for 1 share of Vornado Realty Trust is $21.13. So you would need to spend about $21,000 to get an extra $500 per month. My question for you, is that the best use of $21,000? My take is to buy low-cost index funds and use that $21,000 to build a business. You can fund your side hustle for way less than $21,000. Now, I'm not against investing, but I love the idea of putting some money away consistently over time in something that's going to track the market. You're not worried about what it's going to yield every single quarter. You're not looking for that income from your investments. You're really looking for long-term growth. As far as income goes, build a business, build something that you own, that you can control, that you can see the fruits of your labor come from in the form of cash. So why not start a side hustle? You could do something as simple as going to drive Uber. You could start creating content online, start a blog, start anything. The world is your oyster, especially in today's world where you can literally put a phone up to your face, start filming something and make money off of it. So that's just my take on the whole, what's your favorite stocks that pay dividends? A little bit of a bigger answer than that. All right, let's go to the second question. Second question was, we are house poor. What is the best way to budget but stay in our house? So if you are at this point where you need to budget because you might lose your house, first of all, I feel for you. That's a tough position to be in. I think that you're probably on the cusp of some harder times. So my heart goes out to you that you're in that situation. So if this is an extreme situation, you likely need to take some extreme measures. So I'm going to give you 5 things that I would do if I was in that situation. The first thing that I would do, and if you've watched any of my videos on budgeting, you've heard me talk about getting organized. So how much money do you have coming in? How much money do you have going out? Writing that down and really starting to get in tune with your income and expenses. Number 1. Always getting organized. And if you have a lot of debt, getting organized is going to really help you see everything in one place. The next thing that I would really do is to start to scrutinize your spending. So if you've gotten organized with your spending, you generally know what's going out every month. Start to look at your spending and classify it. What are the needs? What are the wants? And what are the nice to haves? So if you look at your spending and you identify that there are a bunch of nice to haves and your situation is as dire as your home being in jeopardy, you might have to make some hard decisions. Do you pay for a gym membership while being in this situation? Maybe the gym membership goes. I don't know. Can you find a local YMCA or place where you can work out for free? Can you do some push-ups or run around your block? That might be a hard decision. You might love to go to the gym, but if you're in a bad financial spot, maybe you need to cut it. The next thing that I would do is to find some accountability. Great way to do this is to have a friend or a family member, specifically a family member. If you're married, if you have a partner or spouse, and you could stay accountable to this person, that's number one. That you guys are on the same page, you're discussing this. You're not making it your whole life, but if you guys could stay on the same page together and really approach this as a team, do this as a team, you're gonna go so far together. But get creative with it. Can you, with your partner, decide to cook at home? Maybe you alternate. And maybe cooking at home is going to save you a ton of money. Do you shop at thrift stores? Maybe you need some clothes to come up, but maybe you got some old stuff in your closet that you can sell. One of you can put it on Poshmark or something, in Facebook Marketplace, try to get rid of it. And the other one goes to the thrift store, and you spend a little bit less on the new stuff that's lightly used, but that it works for you and your family. The fourth thing that I would add is you have to still have fun. If you have created this environment where your house is in jeopardy, now you've got this budget and you're really trying to hunker down, you're going cold turkey on it, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. So I would make it a priority to find things that you can do that are fun. And I have two examples. Number one is free events. I know where I live in South Florida, I've signed up for emails from my local city and county, and they always have free stuff. Free things for kids at the library. They've got pumpkin picking event or something this weekend. What's free out there that you could do with the kids, that you could do with the family, for yourself? Tons of free stuff. And if you want to go out to dinner, by the way, look for a location that gives you a free meal for kids with a purchase of an entree. There's a ton of them out there. I constantly see emails for these things. And over the summer, my wife and I found a restaurant that had a free entree for kids when an adult ordered an entree. So we weren't eating for free, but the kids were. And it enticed us to go. And it was great. We saved some money. So you got to plan these things in. If you can do anything while cutting costs and getting organized, you have to have some fun. Let's talk about the last thing here, which is potentially the most important to increase your income. Do what you can to bring in more cash. It's going to lessen the burden tremendously. It's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier. Even though I'm discussing it last, cash flow cures all. So those are 5 things that I think you could be doing if you are in this situation. Again, it's tough. I get it. Keep your head down. You're going to get through it. Okay, the last question is, how do I structure a portfolio? So I like this question and I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't have the perfect answer. I'm not a guru. I'm not an investment expert. I like to buy low-cost index funds. Do I split them out specific ways? No, I generally like to buy the S&P 500. There's no exact way to do this, but someone who is an expert is Warren Buffett. And back in 2013, he wrote a letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders indicating that when he died, the trustee of his estate was going to invest 90% of his wife's inheritance in a low-cost index fund and 10% in short-term government bonds. So why did Buffett say that? I took this from The Motley Fool. They did an article highlighting this. This is Buffett talking, by the way. In aggregate, American business has done wonderfully over time and will continue to do so, though most assuredly in unpredictable fits and starts. We know that. The Motley Fool says that Buffett stated that non-professionals should simply invest in a cross-section of businesses and that, quote, a low-cost S&P 500 index fund will achieve this goal. The Motley Fool saying now an index fund, as the name implies, simply holds all of the assets in the index that it attempts to track. So check this out above on the screen. This is actually a page from my new ebook, How to Build Wealth with Index Funds. This is a breakdown 90-10 of Buffett's suggested portfolio for his money at some point. 90% in the S&P 500, 10% in bonds. So you can actually see I put some examples of Vanguard funds that would actually do what Buffett is saying he would do, VOO and VGSH. And if you were looking to structure a portfolio and do it in the way that Buffett said he would do it, there you go. Not an endorsement, but a suggestion. The decision is yours. Anyway, those are 3 questions I got from Instagram this week. I hope I added a little bit of value for you and got you thinking about some stuff. And I'll be right here again next week. If you have questions, leave them for me in the comments. I will answer them. Maybe I'll make another episode out of it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Take care. I'll see you again next week. I'm Ian. Be smart out there. See ya.